So the ninth episode of Monday Night Raw, obviously not a very good one. Probably one of the worst ones in quite some time. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm kidding. But seriously though, it wasn't necessarily good. It's worth $9.99. Because guys, it was $9.99. Because why? The WWE Network is worth $9.99 a month. Why? Because it's $9.99. Do not forget that it's $9.99. You tired of it already? But anyways, so we kicked off we got and his wife and the rest of the authority saying how the WWE Network is $9.99 a month. And basically saying how you could watch Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam for $9.99. You could watch Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for $9.99. Surprised he didn't say you could watch my wife and Brie Bella for $9.99. Anyways. So basically, the opening segment was kind of, it did what it needed to do. Queen looked great in shorts. That's all you need to know. But that being said, yeah, no, this week because I guess he's still filming a movie. But while that was happening, you had Roman Reigns coming out, doing what he does, kind of promo, basically very monotone, like very robotic. And then you had a good old gut-making opening match, last man standing match between Roman Reigns and Kane. And overall, the match between Roman Reigns and Kane, last man standing, wasn't too bad. I think it was pretty good. One thing I don't understand is 2 weeks away from one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year, and you're having a free last man standing match, not worth $9.99 though, a free last man standing match on Monday Night Raw. Now, obviously, Kane's not going to face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I don't know what the hell Kane's going to be doing. But Roman Reigns is facing Orton, which you think would probably be like a street fight or something along that line, but I guess not. But anyways, overall, good match between the two. Right guy wins, Roman Reigns. Yeah. And then later on in the night, too, speaking of Kane removed his mask. Again. How many times are we going to see this? How many times are we going to see Kane taking off his mask? I mean, I guess he did a bit stupid and saying the only reason why we did this is because See No Evil 2 we're going to come to DVD and Blu-ray and Walmart near you. I'm like, ugh. So anyways, we had a Beat the Clock challenge for tonight as Dean Ambrose would be facing somebody else and same with Seth Rollins. So you had a little vignette, little video package between Brock Lesnar. And overall, it was actually very good, very entertaining. One of the few good spots about tonight. It kind of reminded me of the video package a little bit a couple years ago when Lesnar came back, to face, seeing that at Extreme Rules 2012. So it kind of reminded me a little bit of that, but to me this was like a little bit better. So good stuff in the video. Props though. So since we were in Texas tonight, y'all, you have Damien Sandow walking out in Oklahoma Sooner gear and theme. Some people thought it was good old JR. And they gotta remember, wait a minute, JR's fired. So good old Damien Sandow comes up, and out comes the returning world's strongest man, Mark motherfucking Henry. And you had Texas' own former Tennessee Titans quarterback, Vince Young in the crowd. So you had, Mark Henry kind of giving like a little handshake or whatever. Mark Henry killed Damien Sandow. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And all you need to know also, oh god, I don't understand this. Adam Rose and his Rosebuds are with the magic mirror. What? Crack is one hell of a drug, that's all I'm gonna say. Alright, so then you go on to the Beat the Clock Challenge with an Apatatareo. Joker's long lost son / hobo, Dean Ambrose. So they come out there, they fight for about 15 minutes. And I was actually surprised I actually went 15 minutes, because I was like, okay, this match is going to last like 6 minutes. And I know it's a Beat the Clock Challenge, the whole point is to, beat your opponent as fast as possible. So, I was like, okay, that's possible. Ambrose will win, no problem. Went 15 minutes, guys. So, but it was a good match. And Dean Ambrose wins, and Del Rio looked good in a loss. I haven't said that in a while, so yeah, there you go. So then you get the ravishing Russian, the Mania, Lana, who comes out there with and she sings Happy Birthday to Barack Obama in Russian. And next thing you know, we the people, Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger come out there, and again, I'm really, I mean, at first these promos were good, but it's like, how many times can Zeb Coulter cut the joke about, I mean, I don't know what was more irritating, the 9.99 jokes for the WWE Network, or Zeb Coulter in the last month or so with the vodka jokes about Russia. We get it. Russians make good alcoholic drinks such as vodka. We get it, alright? Can we come up with a new joke now? Kind of like how I was saying before Raw started, can Hippie Bella say something other than bitch to Stephanie to freaking Queenza? And believe it or not, she said other things than that, but that's a little later. But overall, this segment, I mean, all you need to know, we're having a flag match. I forgot what the hell a flag match was until I had to look it up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a flag match. So, eesh. Then you have Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler, and what the hell has happened to freaking Cesaro? This guy was on Cloud 9 like after WrestleMania, and now he's in hell. What the hell happened? They get Miz and Ziggler for the IC title at SummerSlam, which should be a good match, and people are going to be like, oh yeah, because only Dolph Ziggler's going to make that a good match. Miz is not that bad, guys. We've been through this a billion times. Like, yes, he's no freaking Macho Man, Randy Savage. He's no freaking Roddy Piper. He's no Bret the Hitman Hart. I get that. But, you know, he's a decent performer, alright? Just let it go, man. So then we have a little segment, you know, basically where Paige is wishing a speedy recovery to AJ, the Miss Brooks, you know, the 12-year-old Miss Brooks, for throwing her off the stage, which was rather hilarious to watch on SmackDown, which was just a little push. I mean, it was nothing big, but it was still funny to watch. Freaking AJ crash and burn, aka the 12-year-old. So, yeah, funny to see. I know this is not obviously the same Paige from NXT, but this is still better than what she had when she debuted, meaning it's gimmick-wise, so fine, I'll deal with it. So you got Ryback versus the Dust Brothers for the 18th billionth time. How many freaking times do we need to see this? Yeah. Stardust, woo! And then, you know, we have Chris Jericho versus Luke Harper. And the stipulation was, if Chris Jericho won the match, Luke Harper would not be at ringside at SummerSlam for Bray Wyatt. Now, this is where I am confused and kind of irritated at the same time. You have Chris Jericho, who already beat Bray Wyatt cleanly, even with the Wyatt family, you know, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper at ringside, he still beat Bray Wyatt. So why the hell does Chris Jericho care if friggin' Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are on ringside if he just beat them a couple weeks ago on pay-per-view? $9.99, folks. So Chris Jericho wins by disqualification after Bray Wyatt interferes. Harper's banned from ringside. And what sense is it going to make when Bray beats him at freaking SummerSlam? That Bray can beat him with no family help whatsoever, but then, like, freaking... Ugh. And then Bray later in the night cuts a promo about got the whole world in his hands. Get a new freaking song. Like, it got old, alright? It got old, alright? It's not WrestleMania anymore. And then he also said that he doesn't need his brothers anymore because he's always with them in spirit. So we got Diego from Go Diego Go. I'm kidding. Seriously, we got Diego versus Fandango. And I get it, for the 18th billionth week we're having the lovely English muffin Layla and a good old giraffe Summer Rae laughing at their ex-boyfriend, freaking Fandango, who's stuck with a freaking midget now as his dancing part, which makes no sense. Especially since isn't, you know, good old WWE Studios version of Leprechaun starring Hornswoggle going to be coming out soon? Just saying. And then Diego. Woo, go Diego, go. So then we have Bo Dallas versus R-Truth. And guys, we can believe again. Why can we believe again? Because we got a new streak. One in Bo. That's right, Bo Dallas beat R-Truth. So, one and Bo, guys, one and Bo. Woo! And then we move on to was supposed to be RVD versus Seth Rollins to beat the Cup Challenge until, Justin Roberts is like, LOL. It's already said RVD's not facing Seth Rollins, he's facing Heath Slater. So he's a one-man band, baby! And remember how a couple weeks ago when I thought hell froze over that, Zack Ryder actually won a match on Raw for the first time in like years? Heath Slater actually pinned Seth Rollins. I'm not joking. It actually happened. I mean, granted, you had help from the Joker, Hobo himself, Dean Ambrose. But with that being said, I mean, he had to put popcorn in his briefcase. Why? Why? I mean, get it. This feud is over and it's good, it's entertaining, but I just don't get the whole popcorn. I get it's to piss him off, but what popcorn do you, Dean Ambrose? Screw you. So then we move on to the main event segment between the Queen of Queens and Hippie Bella. So then, of course, you have God, with his wife, and then you have Wonder Woman with her twin sister, Brie. And, a lot of people are bashing on Twitter saying how, like, oh, Brie's horrible actress, she's horrible. You know the same people that was praising her last week. Make up your damn mind. Is she good or not? To me, I think she did decent. Wasn't as great as last week. No, not as great, but it's still, to me, it was still passable. And she didn't really tweak all that much compared to last week. The only thing she said different this week was, oh yeah, Vicky, oh yeah, Big Show, oh yeah, Rose family. And basically saying how she basically tortures everybody, and meaning Stephanie. And then Stephanie's all like, oh, I'm gonna slap you so hard you're gonna be next to your husband in the hospital. And, basically saying that she's calling her pathetic, and, Stephanie did pretty good. And then God puts freaking Brie on the corner of the turnbuckle with the desk after the contract was signed. Stephanie actually hits a legitimate pedigree to Wonder Woman herself, aka Big Titty Bella. And I'm like, damn, that's a good pedigree. Brie slaps the hell out of God, though. And then she goes over, and then she gets pedigreed herself by Stephanie Nina. And then, the lock lips between God and, his queen, and then, to the Yes Chant, that was the show. Overall, not a good show. Horrible show, actually. Pretty bad show. But nonetheless, you also had a pretty good opening match, last man standing match. You had pretty good, vignette, little video package between Lesnar and Cena, and the last segment was pretty spot on good, so, But then the go-home show is next week, because again, this was not a good show. Despite a couple of good moments, this show overall was kind of ugh. But still, not bad, so that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.